We're a family business, family-oriented business. Been in business since 2000, building roller coasters. We started out repairing roller coaster tracks, and now we're to this juncture where we're building roller coasters with our newly developed track, topper track and I-box.
We've done a little research on some of the first projects you worked on. How did you transition from doing smaller kind of thrill park attractions to something like Outlaw Run?
Well, the transition came when we developed the new I-box and topper track. The new technologies are allowing us to take wood coasters to a new level, and so you can see with what we've created here, the bar has been raised. We're at a whole new level of building and construction methods for the wooden roller coaster industry, and so it has just been a tremendous upswing in the wood coaster.
Awesome. And if you could just walk us through the process of how this ride was chosen for this park. Did HFE contact you? Did SDC contact you? How did that work?
Silver Dollar City asked us to come down and promote what we had to offer. So we were in competition with the other companies, and so we promoted what we had to offer. The talks went further, and we came up with some design and some elements that we're going to put into the coaster, and they said, let's go for it. Well, consequently, to do this, we had to develop a set of cars for this coaster that would twist that far. So we developed the cars with the suspension system. It enabled us to do everything that we've done. The track enables us to do what we've done. If we were to do this with traditional track, we would not be able to do it. We wouldn't be able to do things this crazy. So we've been able to put all these tricks in this coaster, and that's, as you can see, it's a remarkable ride.
Do you have any specific stories of maybe that turning point where they realized that this is exactly what we want for this park? Like, for example, on the floor at this trade show, they, signed this deal, or anything specific?
We went with the park here, and we went to the Texas Giant. They rode the Texas Giant. They came to our facilities in Idaho. The talks went on for a while. It was at that point when they rode the Texas Giant and they came to our facilities that they saw that we had what it takes to put this together and to do all these elements that had never been done before in a wood structure. So together, Silver Dollar City and the Rocky Mountain team put this project together. They helped tremendously on this. They were great partners. They helped in design different elements, and it just all came together. They've been great partners.
How's Outlaw Run a game changer for the industry?
Well, as you can see, this coaster is a game changer for the industry because we're able to invert, we're able to put more forces on the track, we're able to have a steeper drop, which this drop is the steepest in the world right now on a wood coaster. The double barrel roll, we're inverting twice there, going upside down. It's a game changer. It's just unheard of with a wood coaster to be able to do this. And we've proven that it now can be done and it works.
What were some specific challenges you had to overcome for this project, whether in the design and planning phase or whether in the construction phase?
Well, as you can see, we used the existing terrain to develop the coaster. Alan Schilke, my partner, he's the design engineer of the company, and he has used the terrain to our benefit. So that's why you'll see when you look at the coaster out there, it follows the undulation that's been provided for us by nature. And so, another challenge was we wanted to leave all of the foliage in the trees, so we had to work around that. Working on the steep hillsides, that was another challenge.
What were some of the original layouts considered, or some of the original elements that maybe didn't make it into the ride? Do you have any input on that?
No, all the elements that we put into the ride, we pretty much hit the first time. Everybody liked them. Everybody liked the concept. At that point, we decided that's what's going to be designed, and that's what Alan went with. And Alan Schilke, he is a very creative ride designer, and we work well together because he likes the ability to be able to just open up and do what he wants. And we have a lot of faith in each other, so it works well for us.
Now walk us through the layout, if you don't mind, and just talk about some of the different elements. Like, for instance, I think I was doing a little research and heard another interview where you or someone else was talking about why the double barrel roll is where it is, and just having to get back up to the level of the station.
Okay, well, the elements are where they're at because we want to create a ride experience that is exciting all the way through the ride, so there isn't any dead spots, and that's the big thing. Also, we want to create a ride experience where any age person can ride the ride, come back around, and they want to ride it again. So it's not a one-time ridership, and that's the idea. And when you can do that, you've been successful. So, for instance, we have the 153-degree overbank turn at the beginning of the ride at the top of that high hill. We come around, we go over some airtime, we go through the structure, we go through a wave turn that hasn't been done before, we create some more airtime, and then at the end of the ride we elected to put the double barrel roll as the grand finale. So after the double barrel roll, you come into the brakes, you've had an exciting ride the whole trip. So, and that's what you try to create. And that's what this ride has done. That's what's created so much excitement about this ride.
Obviously, you've done a lot that's never been done before. Is there anything that you are not willing to do with a wooden coaster? You know, you always hear the enthusiasts talking about when will we have our first floorless or inverted or all these different crazy ideas. What will you not do?
There isn't anything that we are not going to do with the wooden roller coasters. We have a lot of ideas. We have a lot of things that we're going to do. We have ideas, things in development right now that haven't been done with a wooden roller coaster, that go above and beyond what anybody has thought of. So I can't say what they all are right now, but I'm sorry for that, but we have new things coming out, new stuff coming.
Because of everything that you've done and it's so intense, do you have different maintenance concerns for this ride than you would have for other rides?
Well, the maintenance question is a good question. So the one reason why we've developed this track is because we installed and worked on traditional wood coaster tracks. We've always thought there's a better way to do things to eliminate or decrease the maintenance on the track. So we put this track in for that purpose. Along with that, you get all the benefits of being able to put in all the different elements. So the maintenance issues are a lot less on this coaster than they are on traditional wood coasters.
Would you be able to compare and contrast this with some of your previous projects, like the new Texas Giant, for instance?
Well, we obviously our first track that we put in, full track, was on the Texas Giant, and it's considered what we call our iBox track, and it's an all steel track. The topper track here that we've put in here is the same technology, only we have used a laminated wood beam built up underneath the box beam on top. The differences are this is considered a wood coaster, the iBox is considered a steel coaster track. So, but the technologies are the same. Both tracks the maintenance levels on them are very low. We're able to do the same elements, the same things with both tracks. So that's the differences between those two tracks. The Texas Giant obviously was our first attempt at a full track, and we learned a lot on that. It is now, I think, rated the number 3 steel ride in the world, and it has exceeded our expectations. So that's why we know that on our new jobs, such as Silver Dollar City, the Iron Rattler, that's why we know we are safe to do what we're doing with it. And barrel rolls, overbank turns, all the elements that we're putting in. And we have learned that, okay, the track will take it, we're good.
Do you expect this to stay tight, or do you expect it to be like other wooden coasters in the past, that as they age, they get a little more that classic wooden coaster feel, or gets a little rougher as it gets older, or do you expect this to stay? This is really super smooth right now.
Yeah, well, the tracks are super smooth, and we pre-manufacture them. We're able to hit the engineering numbers right on, so that's what creates such a smooth track. This track will be as smooth in 8 years as it is today. So they're unlike traditional wood, where your track starts getting rough and it propagates and the ride gets rougher and rougher. This track will remain the same. Bolt tightening issues, that type of thing, it's a minimum. So it works well for the parks, less maintenance, less wear and tear on the structure. So the longevity of the ride has been increased.
So you're not going to have issues like, I know there's lots of coasters right now, you're going back and you're retracking them because people are saying it's too rough, I can't ride it.
Well, and the reason we're going back to retrack them is the roughness issue, and it's also a maintenance issue. So like I say, that's why we've developed this track, is maintenance purposes. We're able to do these things with it. Yeah.
Okay. And you get a chance here. What do you want to say to the skeptics, all the people that said, well, and I hate to throw this out there, I'm just going to say this, but we were talking in the hotel room. What do you have to say to all the people that were just like, no one should ever try and do a wooden coaster with an inversion after Son of Beast, and all the people that said it just can't be done? And I know you said, but just go ahead and take the moment to say.
Okay. To all those that have told us that it can't be done, it shouldn't be done, the proof is here that it can be done and it does work. And this track assembly, it makes it possible. And I don't know what to say other than that. That
it takes the right people.
It takes the right people. It takes a whole team of people.
Exactly.
We have an excellent team, from the people in the field to the office to Alan Schilke, Jake Kilcup. I mean, those guys make it possible. It just takes a whole team. Also, Silver Dollar City, they are part of the team. They are part of the team that helped put this together.
And you said this was Alan's idea, right? Or because we were going to ask, like, when was the eureka moment, like, that this just like hit you? Is there a time that when it was just like, this is what we're going to do? Well,
when it hit was after the Texas Giant was built. Mm-hmm. We knew, hey, we can go upside down. We can do this. It's just a matter of time, and we'll put it together. We'll make it happen, and it's possible. And yeah, you're going to have a lot of naysayers out there. You're going to have a lot of people that tell you that it's not wise to do this. It can't be done. But if you have the right team, you have the right product, you have the right customer, it can be done, and it's entirely possible.
Okay, and we didn't get to ask you this. We always ask everybody this, but tell us about your first experience getting to ride the ride, because I know you're part of the design team and you gotta make sure everybody else enjoys it first, but how did you enjoy it when you got to ride it for the first time?
Well, Dennis here at the park and myself, we took the first ride. We hopped in the front car. I can tell you, we went over the hill, down through the valley. You know, when you take the first ride, it's always nerve-wracking. You know, you test and you have accelerometer tests that say, okay, it matches up to the forces that it's designed for. But still, there's always that little bit of wonder. And we rode that. We came in and we both sat there, and we knew. Dennis knew he had a winner, and we knew we had a winner. It was that exciting, and it was so exciting. It was hard to explain to the people, to the other guys standing next to us. We said, "Hop in, you got to try this." You know.
We've had the same experience.
Yeah, you got to try it because it's an extremely good ride. We've had a big press day here yesterday. I mean, people rode it outside people rode it for the first time. We didn't have one complaint anywhere. It's from the comfort of the cars to the ride itself, there wasn't a complaint anywhere. You know, everybody come off saying it is that exciting, you know.
One question I'd like to bring up is, you guys do the train design, correct? You don't go outsource? How did you guys start developing that? Because I know other companies sometimes will outsource for train design.
You want me to wait till that goes over? Okay. Our train development came about. Silver Dollar City, our team, we agreed that we needed to build new trains for this coaster, and so they commissioned us, said, go ahead, build the trains. The trains are all R&D. We put together a great engineering staff to develop the new trains with the new suspension systems to do the things that we needed to have done to them. So it was testing. It took a lot of effort, but the trains work well. You can see what we have. They've performed flawlessly to this point. So that's a good thing when you develop and you do all the research and development for a new system.
I have one origin question that I've been interested in. I saw you started zoo exhibits and smaller things like that, and then all of a sudden you were brought on to do a whitewater rapids ride, and then brought back for, I believe it was Timber Terrors and Tremors. How was that jump? Because it just kind of seems like, I'm not really good with the whole construction, so I don't know how much of it translates, but you started doing these really, similar entertainment attractions and then doing these bigger rides.
Well, I was working for a company in Seattle, building zoo exhibit type work. We went to a park called Silverwood Theme Park, and we did some artificial rock work and some artwork for them on a whitewater raft ride, and we helped construct the whitewater raft ride. At that point, Silverwood asked me if I'd stay there and work, and the following season they wanted to build a roller coaster. So I said, well, sure, why not? Let's try it. And so we hired a company, Custom Coasters, a long time ago, to design the ride, and we built it there at Silverwood. And after we built that ride, then I was being asked to work for around the country doing rides working on rides, roller coasters for different people, for different companies. And so that's how it all got started. So then we started a company ourselves to replace the wooden coaster track, and so that's where we're at now, is we developed a new track, and we're now building our own roller coasters.
The last question is there anything that we missed that you absolutely want to make sure that you get to talk about, or theming we didn't talk about, or I don't know if you had anything to do with that, or if that was all the park?
No, all the theming here at this particular ride, it was all designed and done by the Silver Dollar City folks. So, which it's very nice. I mean, they've done an excellent job here. No, I can't think of anything else. I do want to say one thing, though. It takes a whole team to put projects like this together. Exactly. They're very complex, a lot of research and development, So it takes a whole team. Yeah.
Is just one more question about construction. Is it easier for you guys? I don't want to say easier or harder, but this is your first fully custom. Is it when someone presents you a project like, hey, we'd like you to renovate most of the structure, you have the original structure to play with a little bit. Do you prefer doing one or the other? Is one more challenging than the other?
Well, obviously, the best scenario is to build your coaster from the ground up. The rebuilds that we are doing on the Texas Giant and the Rattler, you have to use what's there. Although it's very successful, you still have to use what's there. So, in the perfect world, yeah, you want to build the coaster from the ground up. You got a blank palette, and so then you get to do whatever you want. But you know, they're all good. They're all good. They're all good jobs. It's all a very exciting company. Very exciting. It's very exciting work to do. Everybody, the whole team, everybody really enjoys this work. You know, you could build square things or you can build this.